Hello, everybody. It's your boy Alex. Um, Today's video is actually a pretty special one for me because I'm gonna be introducing something you guys don't know about me. Or at least for the guys that are close to me, they probably know this about me. But for everybody else, this is something I haven't really spoken about, and I'm extremely proud. I'm buzzing right now because this is massive for me. This is really massive for me. Like being able to accomplish this, it's it means a lot. It means a lot to me, and I would like to share this with you guys, and we'll go from there. So, um, I'm about to introduce something I've been working on for about 2 years. I've been working on this for about 2 years. It's been on and off, and finally I've been able to get it done. And there's still a lot more work to do, but I'm just really proud of where I am right now, and I would like to share that with you guys so you guys can stay tuned for what's coming. So without further ado, I'm gonna go straight to it because I don't want to take too much of your time and make this video short. So this is the birth child of as you can see, um, these are my books. I was finally able to finish them. I started working on this is the first one I wrote, Fearless. I started writing this about over 2 years ago, if I can remember correctly. And this is my second book I finished writing. I started this about a year ago, and I'm extremely honored. I'm extremely humbled. I'm grateful to God that I'm able to finish this up. Because honestly, if you had told me about 3 years ago and say, "Oh, Alex, you're gonna write a book, not to mention two," I probably would have laughed. Because to be honest, like I even did not believe in that I can even do that. To be honest, because because of my history. Um, for some people that don't know, I'm Nigerian. I didn't come to Canada I was 19 when I came to Canada. So English is not my first language. And growing back home, we had to learn English at school. We had no other choice but to speak English at school. Uh, we get into trouble if we don't speak English at school. So one of my most challenging subjects was English, to be honest. Like when I was being asked to write essays and stuff like that. Honestly, me and my friends back then, we used to like check out each other's essays and just make fun of each other. Because when you read those essays, it's almost like comedy, to be honest. It's the funniest thing you ever freaking read ever. And it was just always funny because at the time, it was all jokes and giggles and stuff like that. But reality hit when I came to Canada. And one of the biggest challenges I ever had was communication. It's not that I didn't understand English. It's not like I don't understand the basics of English or can speak English. It's just one. There's so much I had to learn about English, about communication itself, and being able to understand people's accents, and also people understanding my accent. It got so bad that I actually almost got to a point because for those that really know me, I'm not a shy guy. I'm always outgoing person. But then I became a shy guy. I became that guy that don't really talk, which is crazy. I get so many comments from people saying, "Alex, why you don't talk so much? Why don't you talk? Why don't you talk?" Because I just didn't. I got to a point where I got tired of talking because most people don't understand what I'm trying to say. And one of the things I hated at the time was people saying, what, every time I speak. And that just drives me crazy. I was like, you know what? I might as well not talk to people, to be honest. And that was really difficult for me. And I remember when I was trying to go to the college in Fort Mac, I had to write an entrance exam and whatnot. And I remember the lady reading my essay. And she said to me, just like, I would recommend you going back to grade 10, which in equivalence in Nigeria is like SS1. And I'm like, what? Nah. I was like, no, hell no, I'm not doing that. I was like, listen, this is a product of what I've learned so far, right? moving forward, I'm open to learning. Me learning grade 12 or college English is just a matter of me just learning it. That's it. It's no big deal, And she was pushing for me to go back. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Just put me in whatever class, I'll be fine. You know, that's when I started realizing how how far I needed to come to get to the level I was in English. And that was always been a struggle for me, English language, speaking to people. I remember when I was in college at the time, I was playing college soccer. One of my teammates, we were in the same team for about a year, and I used to talk to him. And the most crazy thing about it, this guy's an immigrant too. and after a year or so, about 2 years, I was talking to him, and then he's like, "Oh, dude, you learn English pretty fast." I looked at him, I was like, "I'm confused. I speak English." "What do you mean? I've been speaking English the whole time." And he told me, he's like, "Nah, you weren't. No, you weren't." I was like, "Dude, I've been talking to you for like over a year. Are you telling me you don't understand what I've been saying?" And it's like, bro, I couldn't hear anything you were talking about. I actually thought you couldn't even speak English. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So this is like, dude, I just used you to just say yes, sure, whatever, because I couldn't hear you. I was like, wow. I was like, okay. And the turning point for me was actually because at the time I got a job working in a grocery store, and a friend of mine then was a coworker. His name was Kevin. He helped me a lot because at the time it was difficult because I had to attend to customers, and it was really hard for customers to understand me. So I had to ask him. It's like, bro, okay, I need you to help me out, right? I can speak English, but I need to get my accent better. I need to be able to communicate better. So I need you to correct me when I'm wrong, or like when I'm not speaking properly and stuff like that. And he was so open to helping me out. So he was someone I trusted to talk to that wouldn't laugh at me or judge me and stuff like that. I can actually express myself and get my confidence back talking to people, especially people who have not the same race and stuff like that. So it was something I started working on at that grocery store. But something I took out of there, apart from the money, was being able to communicate. So I actually got better at communicating with customers. I actually put myself in situations where I needed to communicate with customers. I was welcoming that stuff, and I got better, and I got better, and eventually, I even remember before I got that job, I got a interview with another grocery store, and I walked in there because before that I used to work with agencies. Agencies, for those that don't know, you just go there, they find you a job, you just go to work. You never had to go through interviews. And I was in Toronto, and so when I went to Formac, I had to actually do an actual interview, but I wasn't expecting an interview. I never had one in my whole life. So I remember going into the interview, and then there were two guys sitting there. And then they asked me the first question, basic questions like, what skills do you have that you can bring to the team? And I froze. I couldn't say anything. Not like I didn't have an answer, but I just didn't know how to communicate it. And I felt like if I say something, they probably won't hear me, or they probably won't understand me. I probably wasn't saying it right. So I froze, and I was just looking at it. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't say anything. They were just watching me. They repeated the question, like, "Are you okay? Like, you want us like what you want us to do?" Is like, I was like, I couldn't say anything. It's like, okay, all right. And I just ended the interview. I had to leave. I remember going home to my dad, and I was pretty upset. Um, but at that point, I had to realize, okay, I have a lot of work to do if I want to survive, if I want to make it, if I want to adapt to this new environment. And I started working at it. Even in college, university, it was difficult for me to write. It wasn't my strength, or maybe that's what I keep telling myself. I keep telling myself that I couldn't write. I keep saying that to myself, like, English is not my subject. I can't write. Writing is not my thing. I kept saying that over and over and over again. I believed it, and I actually started reflecting in my work. So why I went through all that is to come back to the point that as of today, I'm an author. I'm an author of 2 books. Being able to write these 2 books is massive for me, man. Massive milestone for me. It's massive. Because I know myself. I have so much on my mind, that I want to express. I have so much I want to write, but I always told myself I couldn't write. It wasn't for me. Writers are special people that are just brilliant geniuses in English or something like that. That's what you feel, and that's what you think. But one day, I was just sitting there, and then an idea popped in my mind. In fact, I went through the whole plot in my mind in minutes. I was like, you know what? I just get up. I just told myself, get up. I picked up my laptop and I started writing. Even if the English wasn't perfect, I didn't care. I just started writing. Pouring everything out there. It took months for me to finish like the rough draft. It took months for me. It took a lot for me to sit there and write. Because even sometimes, even when I know the English isn't the perfect, I always want to be perfect when I'm writing it. But I know I couldn't be perfect, but still something in me, I just want to be perfect. So I have to go back and write again. And that was kind of like making it difficult and discouraging for me to write. But then I just told myself, you know what, just write it. And then come back and figure it out after. Just write it. So that's when I said, okay. I started writing, and then it took months for me to finish writing. And then another struggle I had after I finished, where I got to stay right and I finished, I was scared to show my work. I was scared to have anybody read my work. I was scared. It's like, what if they don't like it? What if they just crush me from listening? Just reading, I'd be like, dude, what is this? I felt that way, and it was hard for me. But I was like, you know what, might as well. So I gave it to my close friends. I gave it to family. It's like, read this. Just tell me what you think. And they read it, and they were really impressed. They couldn't believe I wrote that. And they gave me encouraging feedbacks. I know the family, but I believe in my ability, to be honest. I really do. But I just didn't have the confidence. But they gave me confidence, and I'm extremely happy about that. But yeah, I finished my first book. I wanted to add some illustration in it, add some drawing in it, because I feel like my books, my books, I feel like my books are more like, I feel like I want my readers to be able to imagine, to have their mind take them places when they read my book. I want them to feel what I feel when I write the book. I want them to go to the places that I go to when I write the book and when they read the book. And that's kind of what I want to do. And and through this process, I kind of figured out how writer I am. I kind of figured out how writer I want to be. And I'm a kind of guy, like, things that I think in my mind. I remember some of my friends tell me, oh, you think too much. It's like, well, I have to think, because sometimes I can't stop my mind from taking me places. Because right here is one place that I know I can go anywhere. I can get away with anything up here. And I can just go places in my mind and see things and bring them into my writing, you know. And I've been able to do that, and I'm so grateful. I am extremely grateful. Like, I'm being able to do this. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of thinking. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of courage to do this, and I'm so grateful and I'm so happy I'm able to do this. And I'm really excited for you guys to actually get to enjoy my work. There's more to come. I believe there's more to come, and I really hope this encourages y'all, not to sell yourself short and feel like you can't do something because you're not expert at it, and feel like you have to be like an English major or whatever. You have to be just so perfect to do something like this. If I do, bro, if I can do it, anybody can do it, honestly. Because that's why I kind of went back and told my story a little bit and tell you like things I had to go through in my, like, me being able to write this didn't even seem like a possibility years ago. I didn't even see myself that way. I didn't even think I could do something like that. I read books a lot. It's like, I can do this. I can do this. I think I'm a storyteller, and my first book, Fearless, as you can see, it's I'm so excited for you to read this, because what I write, I focus a lot on the message, what you can get from it. And when you read my book, it takes you places, and at the same time, you come out of it different, better. You can take something out of it. It encourages, it pushes you to do things that you could never do before, which is what it did for me. I wrote this book. Out of this book, I was able to get the courage to write the second book. It pushed me. It, it took me to places, honestly. It took me to places. And I'm like, I'm so happy for this. I remember we finished writing this and tears came out of my eyes because I couldn't believe I did this. Tears came out of my eyes. I was so proud of myself. I was like, I can't believe you just wrote a book. I'm grateful. This is a book about, it's about a bear. It's an animation. It's sci-fi, it's action, it's adventure. There's a little bit of romance in it. The lesson, the message is incredible. I think it's incredible. It's for everybody. It's for everybody, and I think everyone's gonna like this. Honestly, I'm just so proud of this. I can't even. My emotions is just. It's. I'm grateful to God, for giving me the idea, and giving me the mind to do this. It's all God, and I'm grateful. The next steps will follow, but I just wanted to show you guys, more is to come, and the next steps I'm gonna be sharing it with you guys too, like what I plan to do next, and when it's gonna be out for everybody to have access to it. And I'm gonna try to have it online copy, and I would like to have like the book itself, the hard copy itself. So I just wanna, I don't wanna say too much about this, but as time goes by, I'm gonna be sharing more about the story. Maybe I was even thinking maybe I should do like a read along, like a bedtime read along kind of thing, chapter by chapter. Maybe a couple of pages per night, something like that, to get you guys involved and actually, hear from me and me share this story with you, with the, almost like an audio book, but it's gonna be like a video video section, like a Instagram live, a Facebook live, where I get to read this like a bedtime thing, and you guys can just listen to it, or have you guys get a copy of it. This is my first book. It just feels good to have the author and see my name on there. It's just a different kind of feeling. The first book is Fearless, and then Fearless because the story is incredible. It's something I really think I encourage you to read. And then my second book, Among the Gods. This is incredible too, because I kind of put the physical word and the spiritual word together to come up with, something elite for you guys. Because this actually I think is you will see things differently when you read this. You get to see things differently, and of course the message in it is incredible. That's the kind of writer I am. I just don't want you to read for reading's sake. I want you to read it, have fun, enjoy it. It takes you place, at the same time you come out with a message. You come out of it different, some type of way, whereby you look at things different. You think about, right, damn, okay, this is crazy. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys because I was too excited. I was like, I gotta share this with you guys. It took me 2 years to do this. I am grateful, and I'm thankful. I wanted to share with you guys the next steps and where I go from here when it's ready for you guys to purchase and I'll get a copy. I'll let you guys know. I appreciate you guys for listening to this video. Stay tuned for more, and I'm really grateful for people that push me to do this. My woman up there, I'm grateful. My friends, Eves, Ken, I'm grateful. My family, I'm grateful. To God, I'm grateful. My parents, I'm grateful. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned for more. I'll be letting you guys know what's going on. I'll let you guys know what the next steps are. It'll probably be online before I get. I'm not sure. I don't want to make any suggestions or whatnot and tell you guys what I'm gonna do. But when I make the move, I'll let you guys know, and we'll go from there. And if you have any any experience with books, if you're out there and you've published a book and whatnot, so just hit me up. Let me know, what you did. If you have connections, let me know. Um, if anything, any help I can get, I'll appreciate that. Because I'm new at this and there's a lot for me to learn. It's a lot for me to go through to get a hard copy and be able to get it out there. So to ease the process for me, if you have any experience with this, let me know, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching today's video. It's your boy Alex, and stay tuned.